Waking up in Cuba. Here it's not uncommon to hear morning sounds like or and after our cups of coffee, we decided to visit the beaches of Varadero. So we got in contact with this guy again, who got us this guy, Rolly, to drive us the 2 hours. Here he is talking to Sylvia, probably about me. Can you blame him? We hopped in his badass car and were ready to go. After filling up with petroleum at some guy's house, we headed out of the city and into open country. While in Cuba, if you wanted to visit Varadero from La Habana, you can hire a taxi particular like we did, or buy a tour package at any hotel. It comes out to about the same price, but the tour usually provides a lunch. And don't forget La Revolucion. We decided to get the ham and cheese sandwich. Ham sandwiches became our best friends in Cuba. And finally, we arrived. Once the lizard pointed us in the right direction, we got to the beach. While we played in the water, Sylvia enjoyed the sun. Okay, honey. All right, that's it. Oh my God, now you too? Oh. It was a fun day, but it was getting late and we had to head back. We picked up some mamoncillos, and headed home. Thanks, Rolly. Another way to get around if you don't want to be cheated by the taxi drivers is to get cheated by the rickshaw drivers. But you can get a ride for about $3 and it's a nice way to see the town. Or you can ride one of these. For about $30, you can hop on one of these and they take you on a little tour of Habana Vieja. Kids liked it. But I gotta say, my favorite way to get around was walking. Everybody walks in Cuba. See? For me, it's the best way to get to know Cuba. Always time for an album cover photo. Hi, Jose Marti. This guy is the patron saint of Cuba, the original revolutionary against the Spanish. When Fidel Castro took over, he ordered a bust of him erected in every school. Even the pigeons like him. Time for sugarcane juice. I knew it. The girls want to start trouble with the locals again. Let's turn away from this ugly scene and talk to some locals instead.
La historia de Cuba en el crucero, yo fui luchando. Cantaba, ranchero, murió en el 66. ¿Qué edad tienes tú?
Yo 46.
No, tú no habías nacido. Él murió de 35 años, Javier Solís.
Qué joven
en el
estaba.
1966.
Para sacarle lo que me gasté 60 pesos cubanos, ahora le voy a sacar 60 pesos por arriba, para poder sacar la cena hoy por la noche para mis hijos y mi esposa. ¿No ves? Allá yo tengo que ir hasta la Lisa. ¿Tú sabes dónde queda la Lisa? Como ir de aquí a Estados Unidos.
And let's not forget the music. When you're in Cuba and not sure what to do, you can always book a tour bus trip at most hotels. We bought ours at La Inglaterra. The next day we got up and walked the early morning La Habana streets to catch our tour bus. And once Sylvia finished her exorcism on Emma, we were off to see the countryside I was waiting to see. Our first stop was a rum factory. It was a Sunday, so the workers were off, but we still were allowed on the production floor. This was pretty much the whole factory, along with its own propaganda, of course. Our next stop was a tobacco farm, where this guy showed us how cigars are rolled. Dang, he's fast. The initial leaves are for combustion. They're wrapped in a second leaf to hold them together. Once those are rolled, the cigar is placed in this box for about an hour to get compressed. Once out, it's wrapped with a final leaf and sealed with honey and yucca paste. 90% of all cigars made are sold to the government. And the guy sure had a funny voice. Yeah, but Noah was more interested in the puppies. Noah, you want to go back to school? No? The tour also stopped to look at this nice yellow butterfly. Who pointed us to this wonderful mural of evolution painted on the side of this mountain? There are some strange, unearthly forces here. Our last stop was this cave, which contained a river. Though it was cool, all my pictures and videos of rocks look the same, so that's pretty much that. Our day was coming to an end. And sadly, so was our time in Cuba. It was time to head back home. We said goodbye to our wonderful hosts, Giovanni and Yolanda, who called us our last taxi ride, driven by this young man. Sylvia and I were actually kind of sad that we were leaving. The kids were a little sad too. We drove away and headed to the airport. Soon we would be flying away, leaving Cuba, but only temporarily because we promised to return soon.